Hey everybody, it's Matt. You might also know me as Lauren's fiance. I hope you're all having a wonderful time at the shower. I am here in lovely Toronto, Ontario, and I'm going to answer some questions about me and Lauren for your entertainment. So let's get started. The first question that was provided to me is you guys would like to know when was or what was Lauren and I's first official date? Lauren and I went on a first official date to a restaurant called Kraft in Los Angeles. Um, it's owned by one of the top chef judges, and I was trying to impress her, and I think I succeeded, with the exception of the fact that I wore a black chain with a dog tag on the end. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about because you've never seen it. Because after that evening, I was actually never allowed to wear it again. All right, moving on to the next question. Okay, moving on to question number two. Sorry if you see this thing shaking. I have it balanced on a couch here for the lighting. So the next question is, what is my biggest pet peeve about Lauren? Danger zone. I'm not going to be able to answer this one very truthfully. No, I would actually say that there's not really much that Lauren does that annoys me. I think that's why we work. But if there's one thing that I would have point out is that she tends to worry a little bit, and I think that we actually have a name for when she gets all worried, and it's called Frazzy Bazzy. And then when she gets really worried, we call her Spazzy Bazzy. But there's some good things too. When she dances, we call her Jazzy Bazzy. But I would say that would probably be the closest thing to a pet peeve that I would consider for Lauren. All right, moving on to question number three. This is a good one. Lauren will have some fun with this one. This is what would I consider, or what would Lauren consider my most annoying habit? And I'm just curious of how much time all of you have for the answer to this question. But there's one in particular that I know she would say, and I'd be shocked if she doesn't tell you guys right now. When I come home from work, I tend to take my stuff, my backpack, and my shoes, and my keys, and any other things I might be carrying in my hands, and somehow have the magic ability to put them all in different places. And she actually says that it looks like a tornado comes through our place when when I come home. So I would say the most annoying habit that I possess is that I do not put my things away. Okay, we're going into number four, which is what is Lauren's most commonly used phrase? To be honest, I'm having a really tough time with this one. But honestly speaking, to be honest, I have to think a little bit more. To be honest, I would probably go with the phrase, to be honest. Lauren is the most truthful person in the world because she uses the phrase, to be honest, in just about every sentence. Okay, number five. And apologies, it's getting a little dark in my little makeshift studio that I've constructed for this exercise. What is Who is Lauren's biggest celebrity crush? This is a tough one. Lauren doesn't really talk a whole heck of a lot about celebrities because she just talks about how enamored she is with me. But in the usual occasion, I would say that it had to be someone that can dance. They probably need to be a star of one of the five Step Up movies. I'm going to go with Robert Hoffman. That would be my guess for her biggest celebrity crush. All right, so we're moving on to number six, and I have really been looking forward to this question since I saw them. Lauren is going to be really excited about this question as well. But the question is, if I could get rid of anything in Lauren's wardrobe, what would it be? Lauren is a unbelievably stylish woman. She always looks good in pretty much every single thing that she puts on. She can wear a potato sack and look beautiful, with the exception of these awful bell bottom, holy jeans that I don't know where she got them. Like they're the worst things I've ever seen, and it literally takes her from a beautiful woman into looking like a homeless person. But I think that we'll probably be synced up on that one when she hears the question. She'll know exactly what I'm going to answer. All right, for number seven, I thought I'd change it up a little bit since we've been kind of looking at the same thing, and I didn't want you ladies to get too bored. Not quite sure why I'm coming in looking like a tomato on this angle, but we'll go with it. So question number 7. What one thing did I, Matt, care most about in terms of the wedding? Well, there's a number of things that I care mostly about, but and some of them have been a point of contention. But for me, what I cared the most about was we were at a venue where a lot of our family could spend time together, hang out, and be together for the whole weekend. So that by the time the wedding rolled around, that everyone would kind of know each other. I think if there was a second thing that I was actually very highly interested in was the ability for our venue to go till midnight. As everyone knows, we like to go out and we like to have some fun. And we love to dance, and so those are two really important things as we were getting together and planning the wedding. All right, as you guys might be able to tell, I actually made some vast improvements to my studio, and now I have a light looking like at any moment it could start a fire. But number 8 is when things get a little mushy. So ladies, you might want to get out your tissues. This one could be a little tear jerky. But number 8 is who first said, I love you? So Lauren and I probably have different versions of the story. For when I think back on when we first started hanging out, I remember falling in love with her pretty quickly. How could you not? And I remember probably, being that I kind of say exactly what comes in my mind at any given time, I probably said it pretty quickly. And from what I remember, I don't really remember her saying it back to me for a couple of months, which just kind of made things a little awkward. But I'm a pretty patient guy, so I just kind of hung around, and eventually I knew she'd kind of fall for me. But I think that her version of the story would be that we looked in each other's eyes and we just both at the same time said, "I love you," triple jinx blackout, and then it's been bliss ever since. So I'll be interested to hear what she says for this one. All right, moving on to number 9. This is a fun one. What is your song? So Lauren and I love music, love dancing, and but early on there was a song called "Overwhelmed" by a guy named Tim McMorris. It was in a very romantic setting where I heard it. It was on a Samuel Adams commercial. It is literally, if you hear it, it describes Lauren and I. It describes something how I feel about Lauren. And if you listen, if you haven't had the chance to watch our well done engagement video, you'll actually hear it featured there. And I dare you to try to get through it without tearing up. But another song that we that is to me is our song that we would feel, and you'll probably hear it at some really important part of the wedding, is Beach House, Take Care. Which also really does a great job of kind of describing like how we take care of each other. All right, everybody, we are going into question number 10, and question number 10 is, for some reason, this is actually full disclosure, I've had to re-record it 5 times because it just keeps getting me choked up. But the question is, and you'd think it'd be a question that I love because it's about one of my favorite topics, me. But the question is, what is Lauren's favorite thing about you? And the reason I keep getting choked up because I keep thinking about how amazing Lauren is and how she just goes out of her way to make me feel so great about so many things. And, she just really makes me feel wonderful. But what I would say her probably favorite thing about me is just my love of family and my family. I just... it's, to me, it's the most important thing in the world, and it's just wonderful that she she just knows that that's like the most important thing to me. I would say that maybe if there's a second thing, I think she thinks I'm really funny, and if I say there's a third thing, I know that she talks all the time about whenever we go to a wedding together, she loves when I just break out into solo dance routines. And leave her standing on the side. She just always says, "You know what, Matt? That's why I love you." Oh, hi. You guys are still here. Well, we're getting into the home stretch, and I hope you guys are really enjoying this. So number 11 is also kind of a tough one because it's just making me think about Lauren. And I'm actually here in Toronto on this business trip, and I travel a lot, and I miss her like crazy. Um, so the question, though, number 11, is what's my favorite thing about Lauren's personality? Well, I've already talked about Frazzy Bazzy and Spazzy Bazzy and Jazzy Bazzy. But I will say there's a lot of things. I don't even know where to begin with Lauren. She's just such an amazing woman. But my favorite thing, if I had to pin one down, Lauren is the funniest girl I've ever met in my life. She actually can make me laugh. And there's no knock on any other girls. Not saying that they're not funny, but I just think that Lauren just kind of head and shoulders above, and she just makes me. I'm constantly laughing about how goofy and fun and just zany she can get. I just think she's wonderful. And then the other thing, if I was to say, I just love how passionate when you get her in the mood talking about music, and you just that actually kind of came out kind of weird saying passionate and getting in the mood. But sorry, ladies, sorry, mom. But when you get her talking about music and you get her talking about something she just loves to do, it's one of the coolest things. Her face just lights up, and it's just wonderful to watch. So hope you guys enjoyed the answer to this question along with that little slightly awkward moment. Hello, number 11. If we were ordering drinks for both of us at a bar, what would we be ordering? Well, mine's an easy one because if we're sitting at the bar, if we're at the bar, almost 9 out of 10 times I'm probably ordering an old fashioned with some sort of rye whiskey. If we're sitting down at a table, that's a different story. That's probably a dirty martini. But for the most part, I'm probably going with the old fashioned. For Lauren, if she's not trying one of like the fancy, really cool craft cocktails that are kind of fruity and fun and adventurous, she's probably ordering a whiskey ginger to follow suit with me. If it's kind of later and she's tired, she's still one of the only people in their 30s that orders a Jack and Coke. So that's kind of what I would. That's probably what I would guess if we were ordering some drinks at a bar. All right, everybody. We're getting into the final home stretch, number 13. And this should be a fun one. The next two should be pretty fun for Lauren. But essentially, the question is what is the worst meal that Lauren has ever cooked for me? So this is an interesting one. I don't know if you guys know Lauren and her prowess around the kitchen. Look, her heart's in the right place, and I know that there's aspirations to be a better cook or to cook, period. That's not something from Trader Joe's. But so Lauren does not a big chef. She doesn't do a ton of cooking. We do a lot of cooking together. I'd say she's more like a sous chef in the kitchen. Kind of help with cutting and things like that. So she doesn't do a lot of cooking now. So the good news of that is that I really don't have a bad meal or a worst meal to report. So I'll be interested to hear what she says, but I'm going to have to just plead the fifth on the worst meal ever because I can't put my finger on any of them. So sorry, Bay. I don't mean to tell everybody the secret there, but all right, number 14. What is the best meal Lauren has cooked for me? Okay, we are rounding it up. So the last question, which probably not nearly as funny as all the other ones, but is what is our wedding colors? This is a part of the wedding that I have absolutely not been a part of whatsoever, because I think colors comes down to bridesmaids dresses, flowers, something called a paper suite, which I've actually never heard of until we got engaged. But I will say that I do know there will be a lot of gold, which will be pretty cool, which you guys saw in the invitations. I bet you there'll be some colors like light pinks and like I don't know what light white is, cream maybe. And then I think there's something like that's. I said champagne once, and I was quickly corrected that that wasn't right because that's not the right way to describe the color. So I'm just trying to think of all the colors of Franzia wine. I think that's actually going to end up being the theme of the wedding. So sorry, Lauren, I probably should be paying more attention to this. But there's going to be gold, and I'm excited about that. So hope you guys will like the colors once we'll all be discovering them together. Well, everybody, we did it. That was all 15 questions. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I actually loved making it for you guys, but more importantly, I love making it for Lauren. Um, I'm excited to see you all in a little bit. I think I'm showing up to this thing in a bit. I just want to thank all of our friends and family for putting this on for Lauren. And she deserves nothing but the best. I hope she's having the best time at this thing. I love you, Lauren, and I can't wait to see you soon.